Hi, this is Gina from Haunted Flower, and due to all the comic book / graphic novel movies coming out lately, like Kick-Ass and The Losers, and we have the upcoming Iron Man 2, I thought this would be a great time to refresh everyone's memories about one of my favorite films, Sin City. If you're a fan of Sin City, I highly recommend getting the recut and extended edition right here. It's also the unrated edition. Why? Because it has so many flippin' extras that it's out of this world. First off, for those who don't know, Sin Cities was a series created by Frank Miller, and the film was directed by Robert Rodriguez. It has a whole host of awesome actors in it, and it's told in a series of kind of short stories all grouped together to make one big story. It's shot in an amazingly accurate way to the way it looks actually in the book. With this edition, you actually get the first story, The Hard Goodbye. This is the one starring Marv, who goes on like a revenge killing spree in Sin City. Images just kind of speak for themselves as far as how accurate it is. I'm one of the people who came onto the movie first and then backtracked to the books, and then you can compare. There are 4 different stories within Sin City, and they're based on 4 different books. The Customer is Always Right, The Hard Goodbye, The Big Fat Kill, and That Yellow Bastard. The Customer is Always Right is split up into 2 segments with Josh Hartnett, one at the beginning, one at the end of the film. What's really neat about this edition is on disc 2, you can watch the extended cuts of each full story individually. You can watch the entire Marv story on its own, the entire Hartigan and Nancy story on its own, the entire Dwight and Gail story on its own. And it's really fun having the extended scenes in there, like Marv going home to get Gladys and trying not to wake up his mom while he fetches his gun. There are all these little things about the character that maybe you didn't know before, and it really develops the story to be even more full than it was before. There's a feature commentary with Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller. There's a feature commentary with Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, who comes in to help direct a scene. Also, there is an audio track featuring a recording of an audience reaction. So I guess while you're watching, you can pretend that you're with an audience full of people. There are tons of features on different areas of the film. For example, convincing Frank Miller to do the project, the cars, the props, the makeup, the costumes, all the trench coats and fishnets. A Sin City interactive game that tests your knowledge of trivia. There are also some fun features just from the director, Robert Rodriguez. There's a 15-minute film school with the director. There's the all green screen edition, so you can see all the green screens going on because obviously their backgrounds did not look that amazing live. They had to add it all in later. There's a 14-minute long take of a section that Tarantino directed. One of my favorite segments ended up being 10-minute cooking school with Robert Rodriguez, where he teaches you how to make Sin City breakfast tacos, which taste amazing, by the way. All that being said, this is an amazing edition to get of Sin City. If you start ending up wanting to collect the books as a result, there's one problem. This edition was made to fit in that case. Here's what a full-size edition looks like, because I got it for my birthday later that year. I love the cinematography, I love the characters, I love the tone, I love how it's like sexy and violent and so exciting, and I highly recommend it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Shameless plug! Don't forget to see all of my reviews and videos of me on the Rotten Tomatoes show at hauntedflowerreviews.com. Also check out our store, hauntedflower.com, the web's best source for fantastic apparel. You can follow us on Twitter at haunted_flower or fan our Facebook page too. If you're local to the Indianapolis area, visit indiemojo.com for details on how you can win free screening passes.